All right, I'm here with Josh. We're talking about a sequel to a game that I love. I love me some Portal. Portal 2, what's different for Portal 2? I saw you guys made some changes.
So I think the biggest differences are two-player co-op. Really big difference. You got a whole other portal gun, you got another player that's playing along with you, and it's just a totally different game that way. We've really made the single player a lot longer. We've added some new characters that you guys might have seen before, lots of new elements. It's a way bigger game this time.
So can you tell me a little bit about some of the new ways we're going to be using our portal?
So one of the things we've done is what we call the hard light bridge. So it's kind of this bridge that you can walk on, and using your portals you can actually reproject it. So it's like this mobile walkway that you can use. So your portals become this totally different tool with a totally different utility. It's pretty fun. You can do lots of cool stuff.
Now, is the single player experience going to be the same as the co-op experience?
The single player is its own separate track with its own unique story. And then if you get a buddy and play co-op, you can jump right in. That's a whole different story with different puzzles. It's a completely different game.
So how difficult do the challenges get when you're playing co-op from the single player experience?
Well, it's interesting. Once you've played the single-player experience, you kind of know the mechanics that you're coming up against because they are shared. But what we found is you can actually make the puzzles a little harder in co-op. You've got another head sitting right next to you, right? They say two heads are better than one. And every time we play test that, that's so true because your buddy's sitting next to you, like maybe you're out of ideas, but they're going to come in and say, hey, I've got this idea and figure it out. We do the same thing as single-player, though. We ramp you up slowly. We teach you what you need to know, so by the end, you just feel really smart.
Are most of the instances in co-op to where you need both players to make portals to sort of connect giant things?
That was one of our goals, actually. If we're going to make it co-op, then both players have to be important. So every time you play the game, you can get a little bit of the way through, but you actually need your buddy to come with you to complete the experience. And it's not always just doing the same thing. Sometimes one guy's playing one role and somebody's playing a different role, so we're always changing it up for both players.
If you're looking for some Portal 2 action and you've got some kind of technology that plays games, chances are Portal 2 is going to be on it.
Now it's time for your real purpose.